So I want to introduce to you none other than Sundance Robson, who is going to lead us.
Hey, I'm warrior. Hey, I'm Okishidake. Ashinabe. Okishidake. Ashinabe. Hey, I'm a warrior.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amy, for writing this book. Wow. That's why I'm standing here right now. She wrote a book about her husband, and it's created a pathway for me to stand here and acknowledge exactly where we are. I was wondering when the word would come in, but what it was that I would say to this room, how it would be that I would acknowledge this room, because for me, acknowledgement is something that's really important. And the book of being, entitled The Ultimate Coach, I don't know if I could get through it without that piece really standing out. And in fact, it indirectly served me in my culture. Because one of the things that we do as Indigenous people is we acknowledge the land. We acknowledge the land. And so I acknowledge the Pima people. I acknowledge the Maricopa people. Arishona is an Owatham word. Owatham people, they call the Pima people today. Arishona means the place where there are a lot of little rivers. And I can see that there's also a lot of little rivers that have come here with some great lakes today too. And we're sitting in the ocean. And so I want to welcome you all to ceremony. I wondered, what could I say? What can I say that would cover all the bases? I'm going to cover my base. I want to welcome you to ceremony. I'm going to make a request, and that request is that everybody stand up. If you have been to an ultimate experience, thank you for coming. Thank you for attending. Because it's through these people are helped and served. If this is your first ultimate experience, will you please stay standing, and will everyone please sit down? If this is your first ultimate experience, will you please stay standing? Look at this. Wow. Wow. Look at that. This is the room. Wow, that's impressive. It's impressive. And you can sit down. When I've come to events in my life, as someone that has struggled with addiction and is in recovery, there were a lot of years when I would show up to events, seminars, nothing like this, but I would show up, I would be on fumes. It would be really difficult for me to reach out. In fact, I felt isolated even just in my own chair. And I would wonder, I wish they would do something to try to consolidate the energy in the room. What will unify it? What will bring the person that's sitting next to me closer to me? What will bring the room, what will create an intimacy in here? So that when we go through this whole weekend, we roll together like a unit. We roll together like a tribe. We roll together in this way that's felt. Because you are all the most important people in this room. That's what this is about. It's about you. And so, if there's anybody here that's showing up on fumes or feels like they need support in a way, or that they're kind of at the tipping point, they want to break through, if you care to, I'd invite you to raise your hand. Okay. I'm going to take it one step further. If you would care to, would you stand? Now, for the people that are standing, I'm going to invite the people that are now seated to put your focus on them in a loving way. And if you're okay with physical touch, and by physical touch I mean someone putting their hand on your shoulder. If you are okay with that, and if you are someone that's standing, would you please raise your hand? For the people that are seated within the vicinity of this, would you please apply a hand to the shoulder? What I'm now going to do is I'm going to sing into the field of the room. As people are standing, I'm going to sing, and we're going to consolidate the energy in here. We're going to be like Frank Foolscrow, like what Frank Foolscrow said. We're going to be like hollow bones, like an empty vessel. We are going to use who we are being to shift some of that energy in people's way. Get everyone to return to their seats. So I have 30 seconds left. There's someone else that's about to come on after me by the name of Stephen McGee. I'm not here to introduce him or anything, but I want to give this to Stephen. If he's here. I'm not trying to wreck the mystique, but I want to give this to you. As you reset your life, I want to give you something of sentimental value that's traveled all around the world with me. It was given to me by a rattle maker, an indigenous rattle maker in Saskatchewan. It's traveled with us and in our community. This means a lot to us. And indeed, there's a spirit that inhabits this rattle. I'm giving this to you.